We're back. Yeah, we had to do this over again, guys. Yeah, this is a two take today. For some reason. I had to come back on this one, and I've been very critic on this lady coach since I first started watching the WNBA games because of Caitlin Clark. Um, and I kind of saw a lot of bad coaching from the coach who's not coaching the Indiana Fever. Yes, Christie Sides just got fired. Probably was just before my last live stream, just minutes ago. I just got off, went back on my main channel, and all of a sudden, I'm seeing, like I said before, now I'm seeing about 4 or 5 videos on Christie Sides getting fired from the Indiana Fever. Yes. Uh, Coach of the month in the month of August when the Fever went 7-1, and after September, we went back to saw the old Christie Sides that doesn't know how to use timeouts, doesn't know how to use the players properly, and trying to take the ball away from Caitlin Clark, and started making bad decisions. Again, guess what, Christie? It cost you your job. Technically, with the new team president, first thing they did was out goes Lynn Dunn, the general manager, brought a new general manager in, and it just took a while to bring in. Going to be bringing a new coach. I forgot the girl's name. Her last name is White. She did coach this team before. Did okay, but yeah, Christie Size is gone. The new coach and new general manager, a new coach, and really wants to see Caitlin run the ball more. The offense has to go through her because she's one of the better point guards in the league. She makes the players look good. But the problem is when you got a bad coach that will not let her players play the game, and you got to say it's my way or the highway. Well, guess what, Christy? You took the highway road because now you're gone. Your history, you're dismissed. Sergeant Slaughter, salute. You're dismissed. Technically, after 2 seasons, yep, she is gone, 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 gone. Uh, and that. Yeah. So, yeah, I just went into the last live stream and I saw, like I said, 4 or 5 videos. I said, is this true? Yes. Christie Sides of the Indiana Fever doesn't have a job anymore. Looks like she may have to start YouTube and start begging for money. How about that? Yeah, I'm not going to stay on long for this one. I know you guys got NFL games to watch, but if you guys did follow my last couple live streams talking about Caitlin Clark, the Caitlin Clark effect, there's Caitlin Clark has been making a lot of people lose their jobs this year through the WNBA and related programming talking about the WNBA and a negative when they go negative on her and racist on her, and yet she takes the high road. Everybody else is on the low road. Yep. Caitlin is always a better woman than we all believe to be because she is a better woman. Because she doesn't talk about a lot of people and that. But yeah, I just went on my main channel after I got done with the previous live stream, and I said, "Is this true? Is this true?" Yeah, it is true. Christy Size is gone. They'll be announcing the new coach. There's going to be this. There's been rumors of this Miss White or Mrs. White, possibly. I don't know her first name. She was being brought up a lot lately in the past 2 weeks. And her name's been coming up a lot this week, a lot more, technically. So you almost knew Christy Science was going to be gone in a way, showing the door. Yeah, she got coach of the month for the month of August. That's when Caitlin ran 3 weeks in a row WNBA Player of the Week. She got Player of the Month, first rookie to get Player of the Month. And Christie Sides got Coach of the Month for the first time that any Fever coach got Coach of the Month. But the problem is, when the month of September took place, what happens to Christie Sides? She decided to go back to her coaching ways. It affected the team chemistry. It disrupted the team chemistry again. It was a train wreck waiting to happen, and boy, did we see the playoffs. We basically saw the train wreck. She did not back her players at all. When the Fever goes on a good run, she uses a timeout to get, hey, we got to slow down, guys. We can't run points on the opposing team. We can't do that. But she did. But when the Fever is facing a 12-0 run, does Christie Side call timeout? No, she does not. She doesn't use her timeouts properly. In order to quit a momentum, what kills your own momentum? A timeout. You force the other team to make the timeout. That's what I've been complaining about her coaching style. Guys, I've watched these games and I said, have these women even know how to coach a game? Look at when Hawkeyes, Lisa Bluter, she said, I'm not calling timeout. I'm going to force the other team calls a timeout. We're going to run. We're going to run the ball. We're going to run hard, run hard, run hard, run hard. We're going to make the other teams waste their timeouts. And that was the goal in basketball. You force the other teams to make those timeouts to try to stop any momentum. All you have to do is just, if you want to give a break to a player or two, yeah, switch out players during a foul. Switch out a player real quick. Get your star players rested. Then get them back in the game as quick as possible. But you don't wait to come back when you blow a 10-0, let's say a 6-point lead, and now you're down 6 points, maybe 10 points, maybe 12 points before you put your stars back in, and now they got to work their way from a deficit. That was the problem with Christie Sides. And then when Caitlin gets really good, really hot, all of a sudden, nope, you're going to the off-guard position, which is not her best position at all. Everybody knows it. Put her and making last-minute plays where just trying to ball plays to stop. This is where star players really relish their moment. You put the ball in the star player's hands when the game is on the line. When the game's on the line, does Christie Sides do that? Put the ball in Kelsey Mitchell's hand or Caitlin Clark's hands? No. She goes with her hand. She goes with a player that was like 0 for 20 on the field or 0 for 10 and hopefully get a lucky shot in. That's not how you coach a winning team. You put the ball who has the hottest hand. At the time, usually towards the end of the game, for the Fever fans, it's always been Caitlin Clark or Kelsey Mitchell. And Sides will never do that. I have never seen, I probably saw Mitchell take one game-winning shot when the game's on the line. How many times I watched Caitlin Clark do it at Iowa? She does that so many times I don't have enough fingers on my hands. And she's done that. But should have done it at a pro? No. Because Christie Sides don't design players for rookies. And yet you design a player on a second-year player to take a three-point shot, which they're not a three-point shooter. And that's just bad coaching decisions. And I love the element of surprise, but that is not a wise coaching decision. And she has not been a very good coach over the 2 years. And I've watched her over the year. And I've been questioning the style of coaching that she has. This is probably, even a pro game is really going to be a tough schedule because you play each other more often, you make adjustments. And here's another thing is, when you going in, I've seen this as many times, where the Fever goes up on let's say it had an 8-point lead going into halftime, what happens in the third quarter? No point production by the Fever. All of a sudden, their 8-point lead is now a 13-point or a 15-point deficit going into the fourth quarter at times. I've seen that many times this season. I mean, it's crazy. You just crazy on that. So so basically what happened was new team president comes in, hired a new general manager, and now the coach has been fired today, earlier today, uh, when I was on my last live stream talking about a Las Vegas streamer and that. So I just go let you know, coach side is no more. Take take the side road, in other words. Start a YouTube channel and beg for money, I guess. It always works. I guess. I don't know. All I do know is I have seen videos of Caitlin Clark working out. There was a video actually out recently where Caitlin Clark hit 25, 25 3-point shots, and she was hitting them like they were free throws. Holy cow, 25 in a row. And there was a whole video on it. She was also working on her floaters. She had her own personal workout with one of the coaches, helping her work out on her shots, her fadeaways, working on her fadeaway twos, step back threes, and layups. She was making those layups. What does Angel Reese do? Well, she's partying hardy doing her podcast, and don't sexualize me because I am dressed like a prostitute type videos. And now Caitlin Clark is back in the gym working out. And this is a time that she really should be taking a break, play some golf. Why you got a chance? What she does, she's a very good golfer. She's planning to play a couple pro games herself during the off season, and that's going to be interesting. She is currently was back home at the time I'm filming this. She was home over the weekend at University of Iowa, and guess what? She received some rings, some championship rings from the Big Ten championship. So she's got 2 Big Ten championship rings in her possession. Still, of course, she'll never get the NCAA. Of course, Reese will show the 1 ring that'll count the NCAA championship ring. But does she has any league rings? No, I don't think so. But Caitlin's got 2 of them. Sold that bling and that. So she was happy to got 2 Big Ten championship rings and that. But as for the new coach that coming in, hopefully they let Caitlin Clark run the offense, give her the keys to the car, and let her take it to what she always done in Iowa. Because during that 7-1 record in the month of August, the Caitlin Clark I saw in that month was the Caitlin Clark we saw at Iowa. That's what everybody was talking about. The 25 average points per game, was averaging 8 to 9 rebounds per game, averaging almost 5 rebounds per game. One of the first players to do a 25, 5 and 5 for the entire month of August. She's got rookie of the year. She had this one from the start. Even when she had all those turnovers, at least I rather have the turnovers instead of shooting, like Angel Reese, shooting up 30% within 5 feet. Caitlin Clark shoots 30% outside the 3-point. Her shots are harder out there. And by the way, her layups are clipping around 80% within 5 feet. Those are layups and that. So, and the viewership is up too. So that's also helps too, and all that good stuff. But time to tell. But right now, there's some dark days coming with the WNBA as players are opting out of their contract to get more money. The money's not happening until 2026, even if even that could happen, possibly. So some realities are coming in on some of these girls. But Caitlin Clark, she doesn't have to worry about her money because she's got these endorsement deals that she made during college. She's got these current endorsement deals. Nike, you better get that signature shoe out, unless they're still working on it, because I'm pretty sure they will sell out and that. So, yeah. So All right. Christie Sides is gone. Who's going to be the new coach? Is it going to be all new coaching staff, or is one of the staff members are going to stay? Because they probably believe in Caitlin Clark. In fact, they don't want to do plays for Caitlin Clark, and the coach side says, no, we're going to go in this play instead. Right now, the only playbook that not Caitlin Clark has, but the only playbook that Chrissy Sides has is I think she'd be a better fit in Chicago because she's a crappy coach, deserves a crappy team, and has a player that has a crappy attitude. Uh, Angel Reese, technically. All right. We're out of this one, but yeah, Christie Sides is gone out of the WNBA of the Indiana Fever after 2 seasons, and I saw enough of her under one season, how she coached, call timeout when you're on a run, and refuses to call timeout when the other team is on a bigger run. Doesn't use her timeouts, doesn't use her players properly, and she loves to change the starting lineup almost on a daily basis. You just can't do that. You got to keep the lineup consistent in that. Uh, some of the players relish they came off the bench because they said, I can get easy money by not playing as much. That's how some of these max contract work out. Make the cheapest player play harder. Why the players making the most money come off the bench and don't have to play as long. Yep, that's how max contract works out. You don't pay by your work. You're just paid for how many years of your service. Then I guess, but that could change in the future in the WNBA. Who knows? And all that stuff. It's a wacky league. But right now, Caitlin Clark will eat this league alive. Right from you'll see new records set probably within the next few years. Right now, uh, just gotta find a coach that'll let Caitlin play the game and let them set the pace because I think they're young enough to set the pace. Turn that basketball game into a track meet. In other words, all right. Because Chrissy Sides don't believe it. She loves to slow the pace down. That's not Caitlin Clark's strong point at all. So she tends to play to Caitlin Clark's weaknesses. Her strengths is push the ball, push the ball, push the ball, and that. Of course, I think I saw her half court offense is slowly improving too, which is really she's working on during this off season. Just got to get some 5 players, play a little 5-on-5, and go. Will she play in this rival league? No. Even with the money they were offering, I would took Ice Cube's offer of $5 million instead to play in that league. That's only 10 games. All right, we're out of here. Please like, share, subscribe, don't forget to subscribe, notification bell. Christie Sides gone from the Indiana Fever. Got fired this morning.